Hey guys, it's Jay here. Today's date is the 25th of the 6th, 2016, and I am 4 weeks post-op. So finally today Belle and I will make a video where we're going to change the tape and the nipple coverings for you guys. It's been a little bit slack purely because it's we just couldn't be bothered.
We've had heaps going on. And sorry I look like crap
and we
because
couldn't be bothered.
woken up feeling sick. So
anyway, so I just had a shower and took off the nipple coverings and my tape. So that's my scar on the left hand side, 4 weeks post-op, and that's right hand side. I'm finding my right hand side is definitely taking longer than the left hand side to heal. Like as you can see under here, there's still a bit of puckering, a little bit of swelling. It's still quite soft under there compared to this side where it's a little bit better. I don't know if you can tell on here because the light is a bit how you're going, but nipples, like the top of this nipple here, you can see just around here that the skin is starting to move, so the scab's starting to fall off a little bit, which is good to see. This one is like pretty much, there's a little bit, few patches around here and there. The lighting's not that great, but
it's really bad.
What can we do? But anyway, there's the scars. That's pretty much how they look. He's done a really good job. Very thin line. So the first thing we always do with our taping, sorry, I'm going to try and put my head in here at the same time while I chat to you, is put the tape on first. So the tape will run from here
4 pieces
to here. The reason why you put your tape on first is you do not want to put on your nipple coverings that get changed every 2 days.
Then you can't take
where
it
this
off.
is every 4 days. So if you put that on first and you put the tape over the top, you're going to get really like stuck, literally. So always tape first because that's every 4 days, and nipple coverings every 2 days. I'll get Belle to help me with it. It's just easier than trying to tape. I'm pretty sure you can handle it on your own, but if you've got a partner to help you,
that's what we're here
it's
for.
It's a lot better. I am finding, you can't tell right now because they're so fine, but I'm getting like little black hairs all through here and some around here, which is making the removal of the tape quite painful. So
it's really sticky.
Apparently there is stuff you can get from Chemist Warehouse that there's like an adhesive remover that you can stick over the tape first.
Is there any left?
No, that's the adhesive wipes that you put over the tape first, and that loosens it all up and you can peel it off. Where we had adhesive wipes, I just used the last of it, which I used to wipe over my skin after I take the tape off, so it's not such a sticky substance. So Belle always usually goes under first because it's just easier when I pull it off. I find to have the under bit on first, and we're pretty cautious about how much tape we're sticking on my skin because the removal of it is not fun. It does hurt.
I promise I'll try not to cut you.
Usually don't cut it on my skin, but that's just the way it goes today. So that's that bit there, and then we put it like another little tiny bit here. I usually try and stand up straight and keep my back straight, because if you slouch and then you try to stand up straight, your tape really pulls, so it's quite uncomfortable. So I was trying to stand straight while Belle's applying.
Sorry, like
tape
a strip
over the
like
top.
that is more than enough.
That's one side done. Usually just meet right in the middle.
We don't make the middle part overlap purely for the fact that I think it's uncomfortable, isn't
We
it?
did it on the first time we tried to tape ourselves, and it lapped in the middle. And it just kind of like turned into one piece. I couldn't really move that much, so we found like having separate pieces is better.
That was a good size one though, it doesn't need to be
Yep.
trimmed.
That one's left it there. So while we're making this, we're going to have a chat anyway about last night. So obviously, like, I share a lot of stuff with you guys. There's no shyness, there's no boundary. So if you don't want to listen to stuff about sex between Belle and I and what it's like with after surgery, turn it off now, because that's what I'm going to chat about. So last night was probably
Just ignore me.
the first time. Oh yeah, before we get into it,
Let's go through this first. So
one
this
more time.
is
I have made a video prior for just nipple changing, but
I'll just recap on it just in case you didn't see it. So this is the Bactigras nipple covering. Make sure that you get the right one, purely because this one is the mesh with like a Vaseline protective coat on it. My thoughts are, from personal experience when I've fallen over and hurt myself in the past, is that if you put one of these little graft bandages on over a wound that's like got blood and pus and stuff, and it doesn't have that Vaseline stuff, it is going to get caught and it's going to like bond with the wound underneath and potentially rip a nipple off. So just make sure that you've got the right stuff. Because they do sell it in a very similar packaging without the...
Take the one that the surgeon gives you, take that into Chemist Warehouse, where it is you're going to get your stuff from, and
Chemist
show
Warehouse.
them the packaging, and they'll help you. So, yeah, it's pretty important to get the right stuff for what you need. Otherwise, you know, you don't want to accidentally take off your nipple top because they're using the wrong shit. You know,
So, we've been buying... these are really hard to get in small packages, so you just buy a really big one.
We bought 2 big ones because you only do your nipple coverings for 5 weeks.
And you only need a small amount.
Yeah.
So like you just cut it. It's like all. That's what it looks like, and it's covered in
Vaseline shit.
It's like covered in
Greasy
Vaseline.
Don't know.
So it's good. I just kind of fold them over on an angle.
I've got the little bits.
So they kind of fit perfectly. Pretty exciting.
See? Oh yeah. And then we put this over the top because
I
we
just
don't
like
want
to
it to
put-
fall off. While she's preparing the other side. That's weird.
Yeah. Ta-da!
That's how you change your
Pretty
dressings.
nipples. Okay, go back to your
We
conversation.
could put
now.
one more even, but you know, it doesn't matter. But yeah, anyways.
Bitchin'.
So yeah, the tape goes from there to there. There's a small gap in between. You can't really see because the lighting is terrible in here. But yeah, it runs all the way from there to there. So when I took the tape off, I'm pulling my skin back like this and pulling down on the tape because it's agonizing just to like refit. So anyway, as Bella's doing humping movements behind the computer, we'll have a quick chat about last night. So this last night, probably I would say the first time I've had sex since I've had surgery, because when you first have your surgery, you really are limited on your movement, so sex isn't something that's really in your mind either, because you don't really feel like it, you're pretty drugged out and stuff, so yeah, it's the last time was the first time we gave it a proper shot, and it was, I don't know, it was really different, because not having a bust in the way for the first time was a really strange sensation, and it was really cool. Like, to me it was yeah, it was really different. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. So it was, I don't know, you know, when you first, you know, when you got chick and you both got like boobs, it's when you're on top of somebody, you got the boob and the boob like squashing down on each other, and it's there and it's slapping around and it's making sounds and it's annoying. And so last night it was very bizarre to like laying on top of Belle and there was like nothing there. It was just like chest on breast, and it was a very strange feeling, but it was really cool. You can probably get that much closer to your partner physically. But to me, it was yeah, a really strange feeling, but it was awesome. It felt right. Like, it didn't feel weird or wrong or uncomfortable or anything like that. I was pretty cautious about how much movement I was doing, obviously, because I don't want to pull anything. I'm still a little bit tender. I'm 4 weeks post-op, and so I can still move around a fair bit, but you still want to be very careful. You don't want to be pulling anything, so when you do start getting sexually active, you still got to be aware.
Be aware as well.
Yeah, because it's tender.
Try not to put, like, especially if as the partner, if you're on top, just trying to make sure you're not putting any pressure on the chest part, and just be aware of it, I guess. Yeah. Without making it too awkwardly obvious that you're
just
being aware.
Just lay there and let him do what he wants to do, and he will be fine.
That helps.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was strange. Like, I was still pretty like numb around here, but I could actually feel the concave of like Belle's body against my chest. It was like, so my chest kind of sitted flush with your boobs. It was, I don't know, it just fitted to me better than what it did
Previously.
pre-op. So yeah, that was interesting. That's something to look forward to, guys, when you finally get to that point. But just be careful, don't go pulling anything. So I was meant to go back to work next week after the 4 weeks off, but they're not going to put me back on due to I'm not wanting to lift more than 10 kilos because I'm still a little bit, icky. So they've told me they're not going to put me back on until I can lift 100% what they need me to do. So kind of a little bit annoyed purely for financial reasons, but we just spoke to one of Belle's friends and she knew of another guy that went back to work 4 weeks, I'm guessing, after surgery, and he ended up having to go back and get revision surgery, and she said it cost about 10 grand for that. So if you can afford to take an extra couple of weeks off post-op, do it, because the longer you can take off, the better it is for your recovery. Also,
Still moving.
yeah.
We'll do a whole nother video for that.
I'm just going to keep talking in case this is recording. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it is. Sorry. The shirt's blocking the timer thing. Yeah. So I was going to say something else. I just forgot what it was. I was just talking about. Oh, so my surgery, my fucking vest. So you're meant to wear your compression vest for 4 weeks non-stop. I took it off an hour here and there to give myself a breather. So now that I'm 4 weeks, I don't have to wear it anymore. But I'm still sleeping in it. I feel better for sleeping in it because throughout the day, like yesterday's the first full day I went without a vest on. I did a couple of hours driving, it was okay. And then by the time I went to bed, after we had sexy times, I put the vest back on because I just felt better. Like, I'm going to wear my vest probably for another extra week on top of the 4 weeks. So 5 to 6 weeks, I'm going to keep my vest on. It's just better for my body. Listen to your body and do what it says. Don't take it off too early because it's uncomfortable. If you can wear it for longer, do it. Persevere. In the long run, you're going to be better off. So, yeah, but apart from that, everything's going pretty well. I feel really amazing. I've had copious amounts of support over the last few weeks with surgery and all that. Everything's going really, really well. But, yeah. Have you got something you want to say?
No, I just found something.
She found our roommate's phone that's been sitting outside in the rain all night.
No, it was in the garden with the leaves. Great. I think it's alright. No, I think it's fine.
It's wet. But, yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good, babe. How do you feel about everything since surgery?
I'm gonna probably make another video just to like give you guys a rundown. I guess how I felt pre-op, immediately post-op, especially that first week of recovery. That was really challenging for me. So, and I'm sure it was like more challenging for you, but anyway. So I'm gonna do a whole video on that because there's a few issues that I think I need to bring up. Especially since I've seen on Partners of FTM, which is a Facebook site, that I'm not the only one that had a few issues and had certain thoughts and concerns.
There was something
So I'm going to, I think, bring that up, and I'll probably do another video today purely based on that.
It was kind of like when we went into this thing, like, Belle was prepared for it, like, as mentally as she could be, as I was. And I think it was a bit of a shock factor when it went from being, like, when you get your breast removed, it kind of makes it realistic, like it's actually happening, and that I will be living my life as a full male, and Belle will be entering into a full-on heterosexual relationship. So that's something that she had to deal with, which we weren't really expecting because we thought we were as prepared as we could be. But like she said, you can't really prepare yourself for it until you see it and you go through it. So, but hey, don't forget, guys, your partners are transitioning with you too. I had to remember that as well, and it was hard. I was probably a bit of asked about a few things, but
yeah.
We had our days with it. It was not always 110% happy, joy. Even now, we still have things about it, and that's something that you both have to work on as a team and communicate how each other is feeling. Because if you don't communicate, the other person's not going to know what's going on, and one of them is going to freak out, and it'll turn to a huge fucking mess. So if you're having problems with anything that your partner's going through, or any, talk to them about it or talk to somebody. So yeah, I hope this video has been helpful for you guys about changing your dressings and your tape and about the whole sex thing. And but I'm feeling pretty good overall. There's definitely no regrets, and yeah, I'm glad I've done it. But I'll make a video in a couple of weeks. I've got revision on with Ives on the 4th to see how everything's going. I'll get back to you guys after that and see what he says. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, keep watching. See ya.
See ya.